Welcome back to Hardwood Turning as we do a small product review. You've already seen the introduction what's in the box, so now I'm going to go through them in a little bit more detail. Start off now with I'm going to start with the EMW03. So I'll put this other one off to one side just for a moment, and we'll come back to that in a minute. So let's have a look at the machine itself before we go into the instructions. It's just very lightweight. Simple to do the batteries, two little AAA batteries in the back, and it's the kind of standard sort of clip on the bottom snapshot fixture. On the front end, we have a little screen and three buttons: M, set, and power, and the two little prongs on the top end. So that's very simple as well. To switch the machine on, press press and hold the red button, and on it comes. Now I have already played with this a little bit, and I've set it. So if we look on it, it has the percentage of moisture at the top. It has a mode in the bottom right hand corner, and then on the left hand side it says the temperature. If you press the set button, it changes do that again. Oh, that's the backlight. Press that, hold that, and it changes from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Long hold again, and it will change back again. If you do a simple press, it puts on the backlight. And again, simple press on set to take off the backlight. The mode is so you can scroll through the different functions. Say mode 1, mode 2, mode 3. It's actually material, it's not mode. So it's the different materials. This one goes to 5 and then returns to 1 again. I'll have a quick look at the instruction manual for you, just to have a look. So it comes in six different languages. Yeah, English, Dutch, French, Italian, Spanish, and this one doesn't come in Chinese. The other one does. So, and there is also a QR code which you can scan to get the instructions if you have difficulty reading this tiny small writing that's in here. Usual safety notes in the front and the introduction. Okay. Keys and functions are pretty self-explanatory, guys. You don't need to go through them all. The screen display I've already told you. This will automatically shut itself down after a while, but you can switch that feature off. If you're doing a lot of testing, you can switch that feature off. It tells you how to do that. And the next thing you really need to know is a bit of technical details. Now, with all sort of electronic meters of some description, there is a plus or minus volt or accuracy range. This is 2 degrees, either or, plus or minus. So that's a spectrum of sort of 4 degrees that it could be out. 2 degrees below or 2 degrees above. It has a resolution of 10%. I have no idea what that means, but never mind. And the working environment is from 0 to 40 degrees. And there's a whole list of other things in there, which I'm not going to bore you with. You can read that yourselves, guys. Materials 1, material 2, material 3, material 4, material 5. So 1 through 4 are for timber. 5 is for bricks. And it gives you a list of, so material 1's Rhodesian teak, white, red bean tree, Brazilian walnut tree, and then so on and so on. So you can read that at your leisure. With this machine, you get a 3-year warranty written on the back with all the CE etc. codes on the back. So that's that little machine. Let me just switch it off for now, and we'll come back and we'll do a little test in a moment or two. Just pop that one off to one side, and we'll bring in the 01. Oh, put it that way so you can see it the correct way up. This one is a little bit more user-friendly and a little more ergonomic. I actually like the way it feels in your hand. It's more of a pen design. So the batteries, unscrew this end, and it's two little AAA batteries. Just pop them in, positive end in first, and then the ubiquitous spring in the cap. Screw that up, and to switch it on again, press the red button. Now, there's a max feature on there, which I haven't quite worked out yet, but I'll read the instructions and see if I can figure it out. There is also a mode button on it. If we look at it says 1 and it says low there. I'm not sure what that means. I can't find it anywhere in the instructions. And that's where the percentage will show up. And up in the top left-hand corner, as you look at, is where the material button is. So if I press that material button, you'll see that's changed to 2 now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 different zones in this one. This one, the first 2 zones are for wood. So let's go back to 1. I'll just set that down for a second because I want to show you something in the instructions here. Again, the instructions are in various languages, and there's a list of materials down here. So 1 and 2 are for timber, and 3 through 7 are for concrete, gypsum, mortar layer, cement mortar, lime mortar, bricks, etc. But if I go right to the back of the page number 29, page number 29 starts with a list of all different types of tree. And there are 10 pages of them. So you can easily find out. But they're all grouped in 1 or 2. I'm assuming that's something to do with the density of the wood and how porous it is. The other thing about this is it does change colours, and I'll explain that to you as I go along. The only other bit I haven't shown you is that little cap comes off the end, and there's the 2 prongs around this end. So let's have a look at this. Up against its compadre. Let me switch that off for a second. And we'll see how they do. I've got a piece of holly, a piece of monkey puzzle, let me just put that over a little bit, and a piece of beech here. So let's start off, we'll use the small one first, and then we'll follow up with the larger one. Oh, don't lose the little cap. So switch this on, and let it set itself. As I said, I've already set, it says it's 20 degrees Celsius here today. According to my thermostat on the wall, it's 16.9, but who am I to argue? And I've set it on M1, which these woods all fall into. So let me just show you how to operate this. Basically all you do is stick the pins in it. So I'm going to try and stick the pins in the same place with both of them. So I'll just give it a good little dig in there. And that's reading, let it settle, 30.45. We'll say 30.5 for that. So that's a holly, and we'll just write that down over here. 30.5. Move over now to the monkey puzzle, and we'll do the same thing. I'll just read it here, and that comes off at 13.56, hovering in around that. 13.5. And last but not least, we'll do the beech. Give the pins a good jab in, and that's reading 11.4. So, and the other piece I've got is a piece of oak, which is will be my sort of. This piece has been in my workshop for years now, and it's bone dry. So this will reflect the ambient sort of moisture in my shed. So if I just give that a little stab, it comes out at 8.5. So we'll just write that down. 8.5 is the baseline, as I could see it. So that's that little one. Switch it off, just press and hold. Off it goes. Put its little cover back on. Basically so as you don't stab yourself with those prongs. And we'll go to this one. This is the EMW01. Uncover the prongs. Press the button and on it comes. Long press to take it off again. There we go. So again, we've got our material, which we're going to put on 1, and we'll just start with the holly. So we'll bring it up to you a little closer. So if I try and get the same 2 holes somewhere there, now you'll see instantly that that's turned red, and it says 25 point. Oh, it's hovering. It's hovering between 25 and 26 there. So currently it's at 20. Oh, there, so we're up to 27 now. We'll just let that settle for a second. There we go. So it's hovering between 27 and 28, 29.7675, somewhere about 29. So let's leave it at that. We'll say 29.3 for that. 29.3. And over to the monkey puzzle. Try and get roughly the same holes. And instantly you'll see that has gone orange. Oh, it's not gone orange again. There you go. It's gone orange because it's at 15 point. Oh, let's try it out. Let's try over here. There we go. 17.0, 16.9, somewhere about 17. Now, the small one read that at 13.5. So let me just try that again. That's 15. That's dropped to 14 now. Try it over here. It's 15. So I must have just hit a wet bit over here somewhere. Yeah, that was a 16. So back to where it was to start with. And it's 14 point. Still dropped to 13 now. Let's just give this a minute to work. That's hovering in about 13. So we'll mark that as 13. But did you notice that when I found a wet piece on that, if I go somewhere and find a wet piece, there you go, there's a wet piece, it's gone amber, and that's in around 15. So it has 3 different colours in it, red, amber and green. So let's go to the beach now. 13.2 that was. We'll quickly do the beach. And the beach is coming out at 13.5. Can't be that. I'm going to switch that off and start it again. Switch it off, switch it on. Check the mode is on mode 1, it is. Mode 1. 13.1. That's fine. 13.1. So the comparison of the 2. This is easy to use. It's very simple. You just stick the prongs in and it does it for you. So we'll just switch that off now. And we'll have a quick look at the comparison. So the 03, this guy, for the holly, gives a reading of 30.5. And the 03, the small one, gives a reading of 29.3. And the 01, this one, gives a reading of 30.5. That's well within that sort of 4-degree either or. And over here, we had a reading of 13.2 for the small one and 13.5 for the pen type. And over to the beach, we had 13.1 and 11.4. So that's well within that sort of plus or minus 2%. Can't say fairer than that, really. So that's the two little tools. They do what it says on the tin. Basically, it tells you what the moisture is in your piece of wood. So there we go. That's that little review of the ErickHill wood moisture meter. The details of the website and stuff I'll flash up on the screen here shortly, and I will leave them in the description of this video. These two machines were sent to me to review, and I will ask the company if they want them back or not, because I already have a moisture meter, I have to say, which I've used for a number of years now. And to be fair, when I tested these two against the results I got from mine, they're much of a oneness. So the accuracy of these is as good as, if not better than, the accuracy of the one I already have. But if the company don't want them back from me, on my next live, I will, maybe not my next live or the one after, possibly when I've heard back from the company, I will give these away. Somebody else can get the use of them because I've already got one. And I'm sure there are a few of you woodturners out there who haven't got one and would possibly like one. So let's share the good stuff. So thank you very much for watching. The details of the machines and their website, etc., will be in the description. Thanks very much for watching.